Come on with your bad self. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and tonight we're going to have a little conversation. Satisfaction in the conversation. Joining me is my amazing co-host, the Bandhammer.
Howdy, Untethered Live.
Amanda. How art thou?
I am good.
Fantastic. How am I? I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
How are you? I know how you are.
Why do I sound quiet?
'Cause you're quiet.
I shouldn't be quiet.
Turn your headphones up.
Check.
You're fine.
Somebody touch a button?
Nope.
Nope. I'm still here.
You're fine.
All right. Who's with us tonight? We got a lot of people. There's 7,000 people here tonight.
Woohoo.
First one's Fab Daddy, though.
Of course.
Oh, Dab Fabby. How you doing, Dab Fabby? Nice to see you. He says, I choose the gold star. I wrote this at 4:10 Pacific time. I don't know what time that is.
8:10 our time.
That's like now.
Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago.
You do get the gold star, but only by default.
Yeah, he's behind us like 4 hours.
Fab Daddy says, suck it, everyone else. Just kidding. Ha. Nice to see you, Fab. You earned it. It's a nice gold star. Go right there on your side. Tell everybody you're the new sheriff in town. It won't be true, but it'll feel good.
Go along with the rest of his stories.
That's right, Amanda.
Fab Daddy, who's your gold star? Hamburger Helper Hand Fab. And hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see
Yeah,
y'all.
we got a camel.
Yes, there's your camels. Happy Hump Day.
A little less talk, a little less bite, a little more bark, a little more spark. Close your mouth, open up your heart, baby, satisfy me.
Hey, Jake, how are you tonight?
I'm fantastic.
We watched a video on camels the other day. We learned some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, they're floppy.
Like, blah.
Camels be floppy. That's how they do. With the babies.
With the babies.
Thank you for the cup of coffee. It's wonderful.
You're welcome.
As usual. The coffee's provided to the show by that coffee maker over there and that coffee maker in there. And don't you want to have a cup with me and talk about the world? If so, get yourself a nice hot cup of Cafe Bustelo. It's a good, señorita. And join me for a conversation. If you don't have a cup or coffee or a coffee maker or a leather jacket, what? Look down in the description below. You can get all that right there. Check it out. It's worth it. Like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you'd like to show a little bit of love. But if you'd like to and pay that light bill, I'd appreciate that very much at CashApp $JakeJohnsonBand or PayPal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. And one last thing, Facebook.com/UntetheredLive chilling. The link is in the chat. It's a great place to hang out and share pictures, text videos, memes, and get to know everybody. Do that over there. And now, let's see what's going on in your neck of the woods. Did you say all that already? Good gracious,
Yes.
You're a talker.
You got room to talk there, mister.
There's a link if anybody wants to check it out. Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Nanu. Good to see you.
Nanner, hamburger helper.
Nanner, hamburger helper hand.
Hump Day, hamburger helper hand.
Hump day. Let's see. Debbie says, congrats, Fab. You're the wiener. You are a wiener.
He is a wiener.
Linda Davis is here. She says, happy hump day, y'all. Camel.
Woohoo.
Nice. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hamburger helper hand, Linda.
Z Frank. For anybody that wants to have a good time, Z.E. Frank.
Yes.
Just look it up on YouTube and listen. It's
Yes.
enjoyable.
He's a trip, and you just got to listen to what he says. If you like animals and crazy stuff, just listen to him. He will have you cracking
Strongly recommend you go watch his channel.
Z.E. Frank.
Yep.
All one word.
And listen, I'm not affiliated with him in any way. This is not a plug. I don't get any kickbacks or anything like that. I'm a fan.
Right. He's funny. He's not all right about everything, but he's funny.
He doesn't have to be right. That's not the point. The point is, it's funny.
He's funny with the babies.
Debbie says, "Hey, Linda, you make pasta today?" Mama pasta. You didn't think I knew about mama pasta, did you? I'm probably saying it wrong. Might be mama pesto. It's eggs inside of your spaghetti. Okay. Moving on. Pasta mama? I think it's pasta mama. That's it. I said it backwards. I know about pasta mama. I watch TV. What? Damn it, Jerry. Do your job.
Damn it, Jerry, that's the wrong picture. Needless to say, we've been watching the show that we were just talking about for 2 days.
That's a good one. We're going to watch it a couple more days, too. It's a lot of stuff.
Right, he's hilarious.
Amanda says...
hamburger helper hand, Linda.
And Linda says, nope, not yet. You can't give me that hamburger helper hand yet. She's got to make pasta first.
Oh.
Then you put hamburger helper in the pasta. That's how that works. What it is? What's up, buddy? He says, what the smell just doing gone? What? What the smell tis doing gone?
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on? I'm going on, buddy. How you doing? Nice to see you.
What it is, hamburger helper hand.
What it is, what it is. Nobody's having more fun than I'm having. I can guarantee you that right now. Amber Grounds is here. She says, good evening, friends. I'm happy to be here. Well, I'm happy you are here. So we're both in the same boat. How you like them apples? What it is says, hello, Amanda and Jake, and to all Untethered Live. Sir.
Hamburger helper hand.
And blah.
Hamburger helper hand.
I abbreviate it. Now it's just blah. It's easier.
Right.
Trust me. Amber says, suns and smiley faces. Fab was suns and smiley faces. He was first. What it is says, I hit that like button on the way in. Awesome. Did everybody else?
Uh-huh.
There are 8 people watching currently, 8,000 people watching currently, and only 6 likes. 2 of you didn't. Why you gotta lie to me like that?
Slackers.
I hit my like button and I don't even have one.
I hit my like buttons too. I get one on one phone, one on the other phone, and one on the computer.
Go tell the trade secrets. That's why we're so successful.
I count as 3. I'm special.
Hello.
Woohoo! Amber says, it's been a gloomy day here.
Is it?
Cold, hot, and feeling like it wants to rain.
Cold and hot? That
Feel-
sounds like hot flashes. Honey, are you sure you're not going through menopause?
Feels like Florida. Probably cool, nice and cool this morning, and hot in the afternoon like
Yeah.
ours, and then evening is cool again.
I was sitting here in the house chilling under the air conditioner. I felt great. I got up and I went outside and I was covered in sweat. I was like, Jesus, it got hot. In a hurry.
Yeah.
I guess the strenuous effort of lifting my body up off the bed made me tired. Amy's here. She says, hi, Jake, Amanda, and everyone. It's been a busy day. Nothing but flood cleanup all day. But I'm here for the moment. How you doing? Fantastic. Can't complain. How you doing? Floody, I guess.
I was like, she sounds like she might be a little wet.
John, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. He says, good evening, everyone, from the Zimmer man who's got the keys to my Zimmer frame. I don't know what that means, but it sounds sexy.
All righty then. Hamburger helper hand Amy and hamburger helper hand Nugget.
Linda says, Amber, we are having our first thunderstorm for the year here. Tornado warnings, too. Nice. I like tornado sandwiches.
I'll give
little
you
salt,
give
little
you-
mayonnaise, tornadoes in the middle. Delicious.
Give you a little tornado.
Yeah. Twisty, twisty. Linda says, hi, Nugget. Amber says, oh my gosh, Linda, please be safe. It's coming for her. It's the thunderstorm of the century. In a world where thunderstorms can only exist in one place. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Amber says, Nuggy, next you're here. Nuggy, next you're here.
Stay safe, Linda.
Right on. Stay single? What'd you say?
Stay safe, Linda.
Stay safe. Oh. Amber says, green team needs to come get his weather. No joke. Florida weather. Who needs to come get his weather? Who's he?
Aaron.
Oh. Yeah. Florida weather's like peanut butter, but with water. Cut it with a knife. Very muggy. I lived there for a long time. I remember breathing water.
I lived there for a long time, too.
What it is says, is the hog on the road again like a band of gypsies going down the highway? Not exactly. We're getting there. I got everything except for the inner tube, which I'm still waiting on. As soon as that gets here, Bob's your uncle will be in business. But all the rest of the stuff is here and about to go in the bike. John Nugget says, got my new Zimmer frame today. What oldish people get to walk around?
A walker?
Oh, you talking about I got what you're saying.
A walker?
We call that a walker.
Yeah, we call him a walker.
I was like, what the hell is a Zimmer frame?
Is it the one with the wheels or without? You got tennis?
You got the wheels or the tennis
I
balls?
was like, you got 2 wheels and 2 tennis balls, or you got 4 tennis balls?
That decides whether or not you're special.
If you're real special, you got bright colored tennis balls.
I would put spinners on mine. And a hub and a hood ornament.
And one of them little Uga horns.
Mm-hmm.
Clown horns.
Wheels. Nice. You are special.
With the land, he's probably got the little handbrakes then where you can turn around and sit down on it.
Nice. Get you a hubcaps and put on them things. And get you a hood ornament, like a big dog or a Mercedes-Benz symbol or something, and bling it out, and you'll be the talk of the town. Promise. That's what I would do. A little pink furred ice hanging down from the top, and get a rearview mirror. Yeah, buddy.
Don't listen to him. He's delirious today.
That's what I would do. I'm that kind of guy. I would get into it.
Yeah, but we would probably get away with that better over here than he would over there.
I once rode up at a biker gang to play a show on a hover round. Yeah, I'm that guy. Wearing full leather and everything. That doesn't seem funny to you.
You're weird anyway. So.
It was funny at the time. John says, I put some Bluetooth speakers on it. Yes, now you're talking. That's what I'm talking about. Who let the dogs out? Blaring. Amber says, Nugget, I put stickers all over my walking stick the hospital gave me. Nice, nice. Amy says, my road is flooded and I can't get home. If it's not one thing, it's another. Don't that seem to be the way that it is? I know that very well. It's always something, and it comes in stages like waves. I'll be doing fine for a long time, and then everything will crash down on me at once. I know that feels. I hope that they get the road situated. Is there any possibility of you getting around it? Are they like taking people across on ferries? That's terrible. Can't get home. What it is, says Amanda, I want me a big bowl of large curd cottage cheese and peaches just for you. Good.
You're nasty, what it is.
I'd eat them. They're delicious.
Nasty, nasty, nasty.
It is not nasty. It's just an acquired taste.
Nasty.
I can get why people wouldn't like it, but it's not nasty. There are things that are nasty, like escargot. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Anybody that eats that is delusional and have tricked themselves into thinking they're doing something special. They're eating snails. Come on. What are you saying? Oh, I see. Never mind. What is the? No, it's what it is.
Well, when I was typing my auto predict it, hit the wrong one.
I hate it when that happens. Amy says, like, shared, and all that stuff. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love it when a plan comes together.
All right.
So, there's a couple things on the horizon. The new Elvis movie, Epic, is out. I strongly recommend you go see that because it's interesting. And because apparently, and I don't know this to be true because I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, there's quite a lot of footage that has never been seen before that was found in a salt flat mine where they keep private records and things because it's cold down there. It never decays. So it's a good place to store stuff. Out in Nevada or wherever it is, the salt flats, they have caves where they store things for, like, the Library of Congress and things like that, store stuff down there. So they found like 60 boxes of never before seen Elvis footage, and some of it is in this movie. Not all of it. There's a lot that has not been released, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with it. So I'm thinking there's more Elvis stuff coming in the next 2 years because 60 boxes is a lot of boxes. Even if there's only 3 reels in each box, that's a lot of footage. There's a couple of hours on each reel, so I'd like to see what they got. Also, at Elvis's death, Vernon, his father, thought that there was some foul play to his death. He was very, very sure of himself. Now, this didn't come through the narrative, and it wasn't talked about a lot, only in conspiracy theories. But behind the scenes in the family, he thought somebody was up to it, and he swore that he would handle it in-house. He didn't call the police or anything like that. But he had some records sealed, including his autopsy reports and some other records that nobody is sure what all he had. They were sealed for 50 years. Well, that comes up next year. So in 2027, Elvis's files are going to be made public for the first time since his death. And we're going to get to learn some stuff that we did not know back then. And I'm excited about that because you never know what it could be. So there's 2 bits of information right there that you never had before. So enjoy if you're an Elvis fan. If not, Amber says, I liked, shared, and invited everyone. Hopefully, we get a nice show up for tonight. Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice to have a good show for once. We've been kind of lulling for a while. It's been kind of slow, but it's time to pick back up and have a good time. That's all right, though. Who's important is always here. So thank you. What it is says, I think we should all get together and try some soft 𝕂𝕗𝕗. I don't know what that is. What is soft 𝕂𝕗𝕗? 𝕂𝕗𝕗?
I don't know. I think you're being shadow banned, though.
Obviously. Oh, I'm obviously being shadow banned. That's obvious. They're doing it right in front of us. They're pulling text right out of our chat and things like that. That just means I'm not growing. But the people that know I'm here, come. Just no new people are finding out about me. That's all. Amber says, somewhat? What it is? You first, all right? Puppeteer says, hello. Mr. Puppeteer, nice to see you. How you doing? How are those puppets?
Hamburger helper hand puppet.
What it is says, 𝕂𝕗𝕗. It's fermented fish in a can. It's a delicacy in Iceland. Oh, it's rotten, salty fish. Yeah, I have tried it.
Is that videos that they show where they mail it to people and you can't even open the can without puking trying to open it?
There's that. And also we have a version of it here called kippers. It's kind of like sardines, but nastier.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between sardines and anchovies.
Burb.
But rotten. So yeah, no. I don't like fermented fish. I'm not Icelandic. I'm not Finnish. Although if you want to watch a really good movie with a very good, simple plot and very little dialogue, Sisu, S-I-S-U. Go look it up. You'll love it. It's a great movie in a world of wokeness. There is none of that in that movie. Just action. Debbie says, what it is Is that the stinky fish that people on the net try to eat but can't? I think it is. Amber says, I think lots of Elvis fans have passed away. They have. It's kind of sad. Hopefully the paperwork helps with healing. Yeah, I hope we learn some stuff next year that will put an end to all the conspiracy and all of the, hoopla about his death. I hope it brings it to a clearer picture. But we won't know until next year. Also, one of his cousins, Donna Presley, has started a YouTube channel and has started speaking out about things that are personal to the family, answering questions uncandidly. So you might want to check her out. That's interesting, too. She's one of the few people still alive that personally knew Elvis as a child, grew up with him. John says kippers are lovely for breakfast with a tad of butter. Not me. I do not like that salty fish. But I can see why people would like it, but I don't like it. Amber says, Debbie, smiley faces and hearts. John says, have some jellied eels. I've heard about that too. That's not my thing. Debbie says, I'm an Elvis fan. The music and the movies. The movies were not great, but they were fun. Yeah, they were intended to be that way. They were like, I'm trying to think of a modern comparison. They were made for teenagers, basically. The plot doesn't matter. It's all about the dancing and the singing and the hanging out and being cool and the Anne Margaret and Elvis Presley. Ooh, It's like Twilight for teenagers now. It was like that back then. The clam bake, the Dobie Gillis and all of them, and Gidget. Remember Gidget? All of that going on. It was kind of like that. So they took that idea and expounded on it. Elvis, by the way, really, really wanted to be a serious actor. And he really wanted to take on meaty roles like Marlon Brando or somebody. And the Colonel would not let him. He had to make those, for lack of a better word, Disney movies. I forget. I think it was MGM that he made movies for. But it's basically like, canned family version movies that have no meat. And he hated it. But he was a man of his word, and he was contractually obligated. So he made every one of them. He didn't skimp out on any. He brought everything 100% all the time. That's a man right there. I would have left the country or something, which he couldn't do because the Colonel wouldn't let him. Interesting tidbit. There's not a place on planet Earth, not the Congo, not some Amazon tribe. There's not one place on Earth that if you just draw the outline of Elvis that somebody wouldn't know who that was. Everybody on planet Earth knows who Elvis is. He never left the country, not once. Not musically. He left during the army, of course. He was stationed in Germany, but he didn't play music over there. Very interesting to be that famous, the most famous person ever, and have never did a world tour. That's fantastic. John says, dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Whatever. Jailhouse Rock, that's a good one. What it is says Elvis had connections to all the good pharmaceuticals. So I heard, under the alias Arthur King. That's something you didn't know. He used the alias
you're
Arthur
confusing
King.
that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
That was something else we watched that had to do with Jim Carrey and what's her face.
Go look it up.
We just watched it last night.
Go look it up.
Okay, I'll show you the video we watched it on. It was with Jim Carrey and the girl, the blonde-haired girl. They say she committed. She unalived herself. And when they found the bottles, they were next to her, and they assumed that that's Jim Carrey's alias.
Possible.
We just watched the video on your thing of it last night.
You might be right.
You're conflicting the two. Right name, wrong actor.
No. Anyway. Amber says Nana Carter would put Elvis 8 tracks on and dance while cleaning the house.
Mm-hmm.
My memories of Elvis. Debbie says, I still watch the movies, and I am glad he passed on A Star Is Born. I'm glad he passed on A Star Is Born. Christopherson was good in it. I'm not sure I would want to see Elvis as a has-been drunk. Yeah, that's why Colonel Parker wouldn't let him do movies, for real. The closest he ever came was a movie called King Creole, and he had a serious part in that movie. But even that movie was a little, dancey-singy. But that was as close as he ever got to doing what he really wanted to be an actor. I would have loved to have seen what he could have done. I mean, taking on a serious role. But you're right. If he'd have played The Star Is Born, that would have tarnished his image, not the other way around. I think you're right about that. Amber says if she started cleaning off the huge old school box stereo and get the records out, Papa and I would leave for a little while. Why?
Because she was going to crank it up and blare the radio.
That's a good thing.
I used to do that all the time. I'd wait for everybody to leave, crank the stereo up, and go to cleaning.
Back in the old days, you could do that, and it was good. Now, it's just noise. So, I don't do that anymore. I don't listen to music anymore. I don't play music anymore because it's just garbage. And I'm sorry, but it is. Garbage. Garbage music. Maybe one day we'll have a renaissance and people will start making music again. Hopefully. Or we can just keep making AI Elvis movies because I think that's where we're going. I've seen some evidence of that.
I hope not.
I just watched a movie this afternoon, a video of Elvis and Anne Margaret, or an Anne Margaret-esque character. It might not have been her, but it was somebody like her, singing A Little Less Conversation in the style of a 50s movie with the color grading and the camera roll, the 70 millimeter and everything. And him singing the words as he strolled through a party and delivered her to a car and then got in the car and drove away. That was, to my knowledge, was never filmed. That's AI. And it looked good. It looked real. I don't know why they can't make a movie like that. What it is says, go look it up. What the smell is going on? Inquiring minds want to know. There you go. Amber says, auto-tune killed music in my opinion. It did not. Karaoke killed music. I was there. Trust me. Auto-tune just put nails in the coffin. If it weren't for karaoke, you'd still have live bands playing in bars. The minute that they discovered that they didn't have to pay somebody to come play music and entertain the masses, that ruined music because that's what people do. They go out, they learn how to play an instrument, they go join or start a band, and then they play in local bars until something happens that propels them into the bigger spotlight. And then you get artists that get recorded and then famous people from that. But if you take out the bottom step, the bar scene, nobody ever rises to the top unless there's something like America's Got Talent. That'll do it. That'll get you up there. But then there's only a certain element of people because they pre-screen them and they pick the people they want. So they already, in a way, know what kind of talent they're cultivating before they ever get to the stage where you see it on TV and then, vote or whatever. So you're really only getting one side of things. You're never going to get a Waylon Jennings or an Elvis Presley out of that. You might get a whole lot of Christina Aguilera's, the whole line of them. but you're not going to get an Elvis. You know what I'm saying? So karaoke killed it all. That was the beginning of the downfall. Jukeboxes didn't help. John says, I'm a big fan of Buddy Holly. Yep. Did you know that Waylon Jennings was Buddy Holly's bass player? Right up until the plane crash that took his life? Amber says, T-Pain overdid it. Now talent isn't needed, just money. Correct. Amanda?
Are you on me already?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's full legal name is James Eugene Carrey. Born January 17th, 1962. Jim is simply a common nickname shortened from James, which he has previously professionally throughout his career. As his stage name and public persona. He doesn't have a separate stage name
Pseudonym.
Yes. Or alias in the typical sense of his acting work. Jim Carrey is now universally known. There have been reports from his legal cases around 2016 wrongful death lawsuits involving his late ex-girlfriend, where he allegedly used the pseudonyms of aliases like Arthur King. Others to obtain prescription medication privately.
There you go. What it is says, what about Elvis in a skin flick with the plot? Hey, Priscilla, go make me a good old peanut butter and nanner sandwich. I suppose you could do anything with AI. But if you do, you better give him a big old hog, because I don't think the fans are going to like it if you give him a weenie willy. A man that could sling that much ass better have one hanging on him. That's all I'm saying. Unfortunately, I think it's the other way around, but whatever.
I'll say that's probably why he tried to sling that much ass.
I think he just had everything in one place. Some people are given a portion. Some people are given half a portion. Some people are given a double portion. He was given a triple portion. I truly think God called him to do what he did. Amber says, I agree with you, Jake. I've never been to bars for karaoke or anything. Thank you for another reason to think real music is dead. Unfortunately, I don't like it at all either. I'm a musician. That's what I cut my bread and butter on. I grew up aspiring to be cut from the same cloth as these people. And as soon as I got there, it vanished. It's like a mirage that I never could get to. And that was disappointing because I spent 40 years getting there. You can't go back. If I had it all to do over again, I'd be a swordsman. Or something. I don't know what I'd do. Probably a gas station attendant. John says in Britain, there's a big comeback playing records. Did you know that Elvis has a #1 hit in Britain right now? Right now. That's fascinating. I didn't know that. Right now, Elvis is #1. Still. 50 years after his death. That's amazing. That's staying power. That shows you right there that he would not have went into obscurity. I often shudder to think of what he would have become if he'd have lived. You know, old has-been. He'd have went through the 80s, the hip-hop era. You'd have probably seen Elvis wearing a jumpsuit or a tracksuit, like a Armenian, you know, with a sweatsuit. Lots of gold like Mr. T. It wouldn't have been pretty. But I also think maybe he wouldn't have slipped into obscurity. Maybe he would have stood the test of time. Amy says, Jim Carrey exposed the dark underbelly of the elite. Now there's bad stuff coming out about him. Sounds like a smear campaign to keep secrets secret. I don't disagree. There's something going on with Jim Carrey because he had a body double show up at the French awards ceremony that they had. I forget what the awards is. It's not the Golden Globes. It's something in France, something to do with Cannes, I think. But he was on the red carpet, and it was not him. So something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
He's been trying to expose the underground for a while.
John says there's still a lot of big bands still playing at gigs from back in the day. Yeah, they're hanging on for dear life, but they're getting fewer and fewer every day. All the greats are gone. I mean, there's never going to be another Jimi Hendrix. There's never going to be another Elvis. There's never going to be another Jimmy Buffett. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. And that's sad because music was awesome. It really was. I mean, it was transformative. It would change your life. It really would. You can measure the test of time by the song. It'll take you instantly back to when you heard it. You know, memories are built on music. And they've lost the thread. And now they're doing that with movies, too. Linda says the bars in my area still have live bands. Yeah, they still have them here, too. They just don't pay shit. And they're not good quality bands. Right now, all right, I'll give you an example. My band was a $1,000 act all day long. That's just for us to be there, right? But there are 20 bands in my area that'll play for $300 a night. 20 of them. Now, why are they going to pay me $1,000 or $2,000 when they can get that guy for $300? Now, he's not going to put on near the show that I'll put on, but they don't really care because really, ultimately, they just want something going on so they could sell beer. They don't care what it is. They don't even care if it's good. They just want it loud, you know. So if 20 people will beat me to the door to do it for $300 and stand there and do this all night, why would they pay me? How could I even get there before they're all booked up? That's the problem. There's no accounting for quality anymore. Used to, there was like a protection. You had to be something to get your foot in the door. Now they just want to do it as cheap as possible. I suspect, though, if we could figure out a way to get money flowing again in this country where everybody has an abundance of money, you know, like it was in the 80s, I think music would come back because then people would spend the money for the quality. They wouldn't be scared of losing money. So that's it. DJs, that's right. John says, as a DJ, I play all genres, right? And it's a lot cheaper to hire a DJ than it is to hire Jake Johnson Band. Correct. He's been saying it for years, says Amy. He who?
Jim Carrey, probably.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, Jim Carrey's been saying it for years. Oh, yeah. Debbie says, what? Now I will never find that lost shaker of salt. Salt. Living on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. Smell of shrimp is beginning to boil. Strumming my 6-string on my front porch swing. All of those hotties are covered with oil. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost share of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, and I know it's all Debbie's fault. There you go. A little bit of that for you. By the way, it's under his left leg. Linda says, my daughter-in-law's sister's husband. Yeah. My daughter-in-law's sister's boyfriend's best friend's former roommate's cousin, whose brother was his sister's husband.
Right.
His band got picked up, and now they're touring. Nice. What's the name of the band? That's fabulous, by the way, Linda. Good luck with that. Amy says that guy in the video who said he was in a Jim Carrey mask, that was debunked. It was a hoax. I didn't say he was wearing a mask. I just said he had a body double. I don't know if he was somebody was in a mask or not, but that guy, whoever it was not Jim Carrey.
This just happened, by the way, what he's talking about.
Yeah. Like a week ago.
Yeah.
John says, you'd be surprised. Young people are getting into old school songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like my son, he loves them. Yeah. You know why? Because they're good. And the stuff today can't touch it. And Debbie says, ha, ha, ha. It is, Jake. It's all my fault. And Linda says, Crowbot. Crowbot is the band's name. Crowbot? Am I saying that right? Like robot, but with crows?
Corbett.
No, that says Crowbot. Corbett would be C-O-R. That's C-R-O. Cro-O. Or cra-ah. It could be Crobot. Like the old school people saying robot. Is it the rabbits? Amber says, Nugget, it's because they hear talent, not junk. That's right. Yeah, them old school songs like Johnny Cash, you can't get a feel like that from anything today. Thing that'll stick with you. Jake is correct. Yeah, Crowbot. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Tubork. It's not backwards. That would be Tubork. Like trying to swallow an 8-ball. Tubork.
I was thinking the same thing. Damn it, man. Get out my head. Try to swallow an 8-ball.
Crowbot. Well, I wonder what that means. I said that already, but I still wonder that.
I was going to say, you've asked and not been answered.
I know, right? It's all right. My band's name was Wilder Creek, which is my name. Also, Jake Johnson Band before that, retrospectively. And before that, Savannah Nights, which didn't go anywhere. And Southwind, which didn't go anywhere. And 10,000 other things that didn't go anywhere. Amber says, yikes, my glucose is 354. Burb, insulin time. Sounds like it. I have to ask Kyla, says Linda. Okay. I'm guessing they're a metal band. I was kind of a, I don't know exactly what genre you would put me in. It's not a country band and it's not a rock band. It's somewhere in the middle. Because we played hip-hop and R&B and country and big band and your radio star stuff. And we played everything. So it was like, the only thing I would call it was an entertainment band. We played everything. So when people would ask me, what kind of band is it? I would tell them, we were a reggae gospel band. Gospel reggae gets them every time. Yes, mostly metal. All right. That makes sense. So Crowbot must be something in that world like a crowbot. Yeah, pretty sweet. Linda says, I read that one. John says, I've got one of my dad's records from the 70s, the Monkees. Hey, hey, we the Monkees. People say we monkey around.
Great album.
We too busy singing. Put everybody down. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. I know about the Monkees. I cut my teeth on the Monkees because I'm that old. I was a kid when your dad was a kid. No, I just listened to old music when I was a kid.
He's that old.
I am that old. The Monkees were awesome. They were the first boy band. They were put together by a studio. They didn't come together like a real band. They were put together for the purposes of selling tickets. So they were the first pop band that was industrial, like the Backstreet Boys or what's the other ones?
NSYNC.
NSYNC, yeah, them kind of people. The Monkees were the first of that kind. And also, interestingly enough, the reason Pavel Chekhov was on the bridge of the Enterprise was because they wanted to do something like the Monkees to get the young girls interested in the show. So second season, they hired Walter Koenig and put a big floppy wig on his head and threw him out there to speak Russian. Badly.
That's funny.
It was invented by a little old girl in Leningrad. I can't do a Russian accent, so. But I got the invented part right. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Come on down to the YMCA. Speaking of which, what do you think about the whole world doing the Trump dance? All over the place. A bunch of Israeli hot girls out there doing the double fister. Which looks like either a skiing accident or a really fun time with a guy and his buddy. If you know what I'm saying. And do you know why the whole world is doing the Trump dance?
Because they're happy that Trump's on their side.
Because they're happy that Trump is doing what he's doing in Iraq. I can't or fall over, says John. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Me too. But it's a weird set of events that are happening over there. I keep seeing those guys with the temple patch on their arm, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit, I'll be honest with you. Because I remember a rabbi saying once, if they ever got to go to war with Iraq, they would just pretend that somebody shot a missile at the Temple Mount and blow that thing off of the dome of the rock, off of the top of that escarpment, so that they could build the temple. And so, with missiles flying in every direction, who's going to say they didn't? Right? And that kind of worries me. So write it down that I said something about it, because I'm thinking that pretty soon somebody's going to take a pot shot at the temple. And when they do, you can bet one thing's for certain. Absolutely certain. They meant to do that. It wasn't an accident. And they did it for the express purposes of starting to build the third temple. Debbie says, I got an appreciation for opera from my dad. I like opera, some of it. And I can get lost in it. I don't know if I can get lost in it. I do enjoy opera, some of it. I also enjoy classical music, piano, some of it. I like Chopin and Beethoven, obviously, and a few of those guys. What it is says, Jake, do you know anything about the Doors? I've been through a couple myself. I have too. Doors in my mind, Doors all over the place. And I know a little bit about Jim Morrison as well. Yes, I know that his father was a general, 4-star general, and that he was head over the Gulf of Tonkin incident that happened, or that was planned to happen. It never did happen, but they were going to crash a plane full of civilians and blame it on the Cubans during the Bay of Pigs situation, and so that they could start a war. And Joint Chiefs of Staff signed off on it. They were getting ready to do it, and then whatever happened, it never came to fruition, but that was in the works. And that was Jim Morrison's father that was involved in that. And it's just weird that he ended up out there in Los Angeles, in that valley where all those people came from, Jackson Browne and the Eagles and Janis Joplin and Linda Ronstadt. All of these people are coming out of Laurel Canyon, almost like a psyop. They just get famous for no reason. Poor homeless people, and boom, they're famous. over and over and over and over again to shape a generation, which they did, away from anti-war stuff, which they did. And I think Jim Morrison was involved in that because Jim Morrison was not that talented. I'm sorry, I said it. Debbie says, what it is, a red door means your house is paid off. Well, if you see a red door on the wall, I want it painted black. John says, Jim Morrison's grave is in Paris, France. Yes, it is. Because he died in a bathtub. And you know that's wrong. You know it's a conspiracy because the French don't take baths. I've been and seen it, says John. Yeah. Yeah, I know that he died over there. He was running from his alcoholism and went to France as a vacation, and he never came home, him and his girlfriend. I've also seen the Val Kilmer movie. That was good. I think Oliver Stone did that movie, did he not?
That's what it is.
And that was a good movie. And Jim Morrison did all of his own singing, and he nailed it. Nailed it. That was one of the better biopics. Not biopic like these young people are saying. It's biopic. Biography, pictorial. Biopic. Not biopic. That's a thing in your eye.
That's an optic.
It's two of them. It's two optics. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Until this day we're born. Stranger on a thorn. And give a dog a bone and charge up your iPhone. Riders on the storm. Yeah. People are strange when you're a stranger. Something or other's out in the rain. When you're strange. I like the Doors.
You're strange.
I am strange. Because I've been through doors in my mind. I've performed quite a few The Doors songs in my life. My favorite one to perform, though, is Roadhouse Blues. I did that one a bunch. Sexy time. Nothing but leather pants on, no shirt. Sweating all over the ladies. Oh, yeah. Those were the days. I've got pictures to prove it. I'm not making it up. Have you heard the Animals? Of course I have. Have I heard the Animals? I play House of the Rising Sun. Yeah, I like the Animals. Them and the Ventures are two bands that made it without a singer. Kevin Bernard, what's up, brother? Come on in. Take your shoes off. What's going on, my brother? Hello, Jake and Amanda, says Kevin. Nice to see you.
Hamburger helper hand, Kevin.
How art thou? What you up to? And what do you know about the Doors? Don't wait for the translation. Answer me now. Amber says diamonds and black hearts. And Debbie says 3 doors down. They're laughing and drinking and having a party. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like 3 Doors Down. I do Kryptonite. That's a song I used to do from them.
And he does some Red Hot Chili Peppers. And
I do all of it, yeah. Kevin says, hello, Amber. Hello, Amber. Amber alert. I think she's working 9 to 5, though.
Oh.
Laughing and drinking and having a party. No, that's a different song. That's a different song, but
Yeah.
Same idea. What it is says, Debbie, there's an old blues song that Hendrix covered. It's called A Red House. That's not about your house being paid for, I guess. It could be, but yeah, it's an interesting song. I think you're talking about the red light. The red light means that you have whores in the house. A red door means that you have a secret society and you come into this door. But it could also mean that your house is paid off. I don't know. I didn't get that far. My house is paid off, but it was given to me. Debbie says, hi, Kevin. Come on in, take your clothes off. Tequila optional. Kevin says, Debbie, we have to have clothes on. Question mark. No, you do not. Sir, you can be completely naked. I concur. Debbie says, what it is, that's a red light. And yes, Roxanne, I have one. You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Roxanne, put on a red light. I never did that song. It's way too high. But I could play it, though. The Police. What's it? The Sting. Yeah. I don't know if that was the Police or Sting separately. I don't remember. It's one of them. It's either the Police or just Sting in his solo career. I'm not sure. He did a lot of songs by himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember if Roxanne was one or not. Kevin says, if Debbie gets me excited, I won't be able to reach the keyboard. I just lean forward and reach over. You'll be all right. The Police did it? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. They had some good stuff, too. Kind of a rock and roll reggae sound going on. I like it. And also, I'm a big fan of the Jamaican guy. Can't think of his name right now.
Bob Marley?
Bob Marley, yeah. Yeah, I loved his band. He had a really tight band. They were really, really good and old school. It was like real Jamaican music, none of this canned shit. They were real instruments up there, and a lot of them. They had a really good band. I didn't much care for him as a singer, but his band was tight. Same thing with James Brown. James Brown was a record setter. That guy had a band now. They were right on the money. They couldn't understand a word that guy was saying. They kept playing. On a good foot. Hey, step back, want to kiss yourself. Say, wow. Kevin says, hello, John. Hello, what it is. Nice to see you guys. It's a lovely night, Kevin. Come on in and join the conversation. What you got to talk about, music or Elvis or whatever? Tell us something. Debbie says, if Jake can talk with Amanda under the desk, you can type, just man up, Kevin. Well,
Damn.
Sometimes kind of hard to talk when she's under the desk because she bites.
I'll remember that one.
Every once in a while. I've heard the Animals. Every once in a while says what it is. Yeah, they were a good instrumental band. And they played some good stuff. John says, James Brown was a legend. And Ray Charles. Yes, Ray Charles. He had a decent band, but they were a revolving door of musicians. It wasn't the Ray Charles band. You know, as far as I know, that guy. What was his name?
Who?
The guy. No woman, no cry.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. As far as I know, Bob Marley's band was with him from the beginning to the end. They were his band. Ray Charles just hired anybody that would play, that could play. Same thing with Chuck Berry. He just played wherever band was in town. And they just followed him. But James Brown put together a killer band back in the early days. And they were one of the first real funk bands touring, you know, back in the Chitlin Circuit days. And eventually that became Bootsy's band or whatever. The guy with the star bass. I can't remember what his name was. I think it was Bootsy. Whatever. Anyway. Linda says, Kevin, it's a no pants club, but you have to have a shirt on. No man boobs. No moobs. What it is says, no. Hendrix did a song called Red House that went, there's a red house over yonder. That's where my baby lays. Gotcha. He also did a song that says, hey, Joe, I'm the man that shot your woman down. Something like that. Kevin says, are we talking about 60s and 70s music? We're talking about any kind of music that floats your boat, buddy. Whatever you like. I think currently we're talking about 60s and 70s, but you can go back to the 20s and do some, Victor Records stuff if you like. You know, the dog with the megaphone. Kevin says, hello, Linda. John says, Bob Marley did live in America and Britain. Yep, for a little while, yeah. He lived in Britain in duress, though. He came to Britain and couldn't leave. So he decided to stay and live there for a while. It was something to do with marijuana, but I don't know what. Linda says, hi, Kevin. And Kevin says, Linda, I'm balls ass naked. Well, they're not supposed to be back there. They're supposed to be in the front.
I was
so
trying to
something's
picture
wrong.
that.
Either something's wrong or you're really old and laying down, one or the other. Because they flop backwards. They're ass flap. The piss pump becomes an ass flap. Linda says, ooh, I don't blame you. I wouldn't look either. Deb says, Kevin, send a pic or you're a lion. She wants to see your saggy balls. Saggy, saggy. So many good bands, says Kevin. Yes, there are a lot of good bands. All right, I'll put on a tie. Where? Around this neck or that one? Because that would be funny. You could do like a little noose. You can make it dance. Put on a little cape, do some puppet show stuff. Get a flashlight. That would be funny. Another good band. Let's see. I don't know about bands, but drummers. Has to be, hands down, the most unsung drummer in history is Ronnie Tutt, Elvis Presley's drummer. That guy was phenomenal. That was during his Vegas years, by the way. I don't think he was his drummer in the early days, but he was later days. Elvis's last drummer, let's put it that way, who went on to play with Neil Diamond after Elvis. And a couple of other big stars, too. Debbie says, make it dance, Kevin, make it dance. Yes. Really like Pink Floyd before Roger Waters got too political, says Kevin. Yeah, Pink Floyd did and U2 did. Both of those bands got too big for their britches. I like what Elvis said. I'm an entertainer. I don't have enough room. I don't have enough bandwidth for politics. I just prefer not to say what my beliefs are. I'm here to entertain folks. I'm wearing a costume. Look at this. You know. He didn't say all that, but that's what he meant. Billy Joel has a good band. I play some Billy Joel, too. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Somewhere around here. Let's see. My. Let's see what this does. I'm making noises. Can you hear me now?
Can hear you.
All right. Tell me if you can hear this.
Yeah.
A little piece for you. All right, boys and girls, listen up. Here's Jake Johnson. Go a little bit of Billy Joel for you. I haven't heard that in forever. What do you think? That's a little bit of my band. Yes, that's one of my bands. That was the Jake Johnson Band. Kevin says, Billy Joel puts on a good show in the garden. Oh, I've seen that show a couple times. Not only does he put on a good show, but he has a lot of great guests to come out and sit in and do a song with him. Always awesome. What it is says, Hoople the Moople, the band. I don't know what that is. I thought you were talking about Hoodie and the Blowfish at first, but nope. I don't know what Hoople Moople is or Hopple Mopple. Hoople Mopple? I don't know. Kevin says, I've heard Emerson, Lake, and Palmer put on some really good shows also. I've never seen them. Brian May is a good guitarist, says John. He is very good. And he built his own guitar and still plays it. That's pretty cool, too. Kevin says, I was only having fun. Right on. You may be right and I may be crazy. You are crazy.
We know you're crazy.
Debbie says, no maybe to it. You were crazy. Thank you. Thank you very much. What did you guys think of the song? I haven't heard that in a long time. John says, dancing guys and the man they call Jane hat. I think. Or a cobra. Might be a cobra wearing a sweater. A chicken wearing a sweater. I don't know what that is. Kevin says,
that's a dancing man and a man in a wheelchair.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Did he break his leg dancing?
I guess.
Kevin says, Debbie, you may be right. And Amanda, is that one of Jake's bands?
Yes. That's
Yes,
Jake Johnson Band.
Yes, sir. Linda says, I worked with a girl that went to school with John Bon Jovi in Sayersville, New Jersey. Very nice. Bon Jovi was a great band, too. Kevin says, very good. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm getting a copyright claim for your entertainment. So, enjoy.
Yeah, that was Mango on the drums, Jake on the rhythm, and what's his name? Frank.
Brad Wilder on the bass and Frank Jones on the guitar.
Yeah, I'm saying Frank
and
on
me
the guitar.
Doing everything. That was us back in the day. And that was quasi-live. It was live, but we did record it in a studio. But we played it live. Because that's what we sounded like on stage, so. Kevin says, Mott the Hoople. I don't know who that is. And Linda, cool. And all the young dudes carry the blues. Yeah. Debbie says, I love that song. Thank you. I'm glad you did. I hope you enjoy it. What it is says, Flock of Seagulls, Haircut 100, Modern English, NXS, Judas Priest, Motorhead, Ozzy, The Cult, Adam Ant. No. If you're talking about the guy that took over for NXS, no, I don't like that guy. No, that's Adam Lambert. Never mind. I don't know who Adam Ant is. But I see what kind of music you like, and I do some Ozzy. Little War Pigs and Crazy Train, that kind of thing. My Mom Coming Home. Linda says, lived by the prison in Annandale that Bruce Springsteen sang about. Nice. I do some Bruce Springsteen, too. A little pink Cadillac. Debbie says, Linda, is that where you met Walter? John says, Linda, my brother nearly had fight with Bon Jovi and Milton Keynes Bowl after Bon sitting on my brother's brand new car on the hood. Wow. Imagine getting a fight with Bon Jovi. That would be wild. Debbie says, no offense, Walter. Just kidding. Oh, at the Annandale prison? All along in your electric chair says what it is. All alone in your electric chair. Right. Kevin says, Billy Joel, The Stranger. I like Billy Joel. I like his feel. Have you ever heard his version of Shameless? That's actually pretty good. It's not Garth Brooks, but it's good. Yeah, he wrote that song, so he's got his own version of it. Which I could do it years and years ago, but I can't sing it now. Genesis, yeah. Yeah, I like Genesis back in the day. I can feel it coming to the edge of night. Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey, Mabel. Phil Collins. Oh, yeah. Mabel says, ciao, everybody. Hey, Mabel, how you doing? Nice to see you. Come on in. We're talking old music, playing some stuff. You guys like that? You want to hear some more? I've already got a copyright claim. I might as well keep going. Let's see what else I can drag up for you. Debbie says, I used to like Garth Brooks, but I just can't listen to him anymore. But I like when others do his stuff, right? I used to be the biggest Garth Brooks fan ever. I loved Garth Brooks. I know all of his music. I can play every one of his songs. But something happened to that guy. He got pussified or something. I don't know what it is, but he is not the same guy anymore, and I can't stand listening to him now. Kevin says, hello, Miss Mabel. And Amanda says,
Hamburger helper hand, Mabel.
Debbie says, I read that one. Linda says, Walter and I had a road that connected our houses, and we would meet in the middle and eat that old Georgia pine.
Love that song.
So that I could burn a cigarette from it, bum a cigarette from him over 40 years ago. Right on. John says, Cat Stevens. Man in the middle in the silver spoon. Little Bo Peep and the Man in the Moon. Green River by CCWR. Creedence Clearwater Wrestling Retirement.
I think he's doing it as Creedence Clear Water Revival.
Oh, Clear Water. I see. I got it. Clearwater was one word. Kevin says, I would put Phil Collins way up near the top of my favorites. Yeah, me too. I don't know. It was all right. I like Genesis. I'm not real crazy about Phil Collins by himself. I kind of like this band, Genesis. I liked it when he was the drummer. Yeah, Trisha got a cooking show on the Food Network and made Garth her bitch. I know, right? He calls himself Mr. Yearwood. I mean, come on. Can't do it. No joke. I know. And Mabel says, oh, ah. All right, let's do one more. You guys want to hear one more? If not, that's okay. I won't play it. But if you want to, I'll play something.
Play it.
I'm working on it. I'm waiting to hear if anybody wants to hear it. What do you want? Slow, fast, or half-assed? Laugh.
Haha. Play a song.
You might recognize this one. This is a live version. About half drunk, women hanging off of my legs. This is what I sound like then, with the flute. Oh, yeah. the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of your energy you pour out on the stage. The sweat pours from your body like the music that you play. Well, later in the evening while you lie awake in bed, the echo of Jake Johnson Band's amplifier is ringing in your head. You smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said. Oh no. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, out on the way. All right. There's another one. That was live, and I was nearly dead that night with the flu. But it was a good show, and I recorded it. It's recorded off of a little digital recorder sitting out in the audience. It's one of the best sounds I ever got from a live recording. That's why I kept it. But boy, that show brings back memories. That was a good show. What do you guys think of that one? Let's see what we got here. Amber says, Mabel, good evening. Is Hannah with you? Hearts, unicorns, and smiley faces. John said, I like T-Rex. Right on. Debbie says, play something and dance and take that shirt off. Oh. That's all you get. The camera will white out and it'll just be static. It's terrible. It looks better up around my neck anyway. Jackson Brown, says Kevin Bernard, stay. Jackson Brown had some really good quality sounds, and he's responsible for the Eagles. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have had any place to sleep in Laurel Canyon when they were coming up. And Mabel says, ciao, Amber. She is sort of watching and sort of distracted with her game. Nice, as long as you're winning. Hey, Anna. John says, yes. Debbie says, Jake, you said you'd never tell, and I was not half drunk. Right on. Thank you, dear. Kevin says, George Thorogood, bad. Bad to the bone. It's a good song. On the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round to gaze at a wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse said, leave this one alone. His name is Jake Johnson, and he's bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. That's right. Also, one scotch, one bourbon and one beer. That's a good song, too. Oh, you wrote it. Yep. Hang on, my chat jumped. There we go. Linda says, Nugget, Jeepster was the first song Walter and I danced to. Jeepster? I don't know if I know that song. What it is says, hot legs, are you pussy whipped? I love you, honey, Rod Stewart. Yeah, Rod Stewart. That guy looks like he has syphilis. Kevin says, the House of the Rising Sun. I can't think of the band. That would be the Animals. I do that one too. I do a blues version of it, though. Kind of like the one we just listened to, but with House of the Rising Sun. Very heavy on the blues. And what'd you guys think of that song, by the way? Amanda says, the Animals. Yep, House of the Rising Sun. Kevin says, yes to Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. Oh. If you think I'm sexy and you like my body and you want to let me know. Wake up, Maggie, I think I'm trying to say something to you. Amanda says, no, Kevin says, Amanda, thank you. John says, sweet Linda. Amy says, my feet hurt. I'm sorry. Put them puppies in some Epsom salts. Kevin says, one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. I know there was no. John says, Amy, put them in a bowl of warm water. It will relax them and you. Nice. John says, fantastic song, Jake. You rock. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'll do you another rocking song here in a minute. Kevin says, Pearl Jam remake. Where, oh, where could my baby be? Yeah, I used to do that song, too. That's a good one. Fab Daddy says, happy hump day. Hey, Fab. Are you back to collect your gold star that you left out with? Kevin says, Charlie Daniels Band. That's right. I like Charlie Daniels Band. I do a couple of his songs. People say I'm no good, crazy as a loon. I get stoned in the morning and pop pills in the afternoon. Kind of like an old blue tick hound. I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, but I know how to get laid, and I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Dueling banjos.
Jake can do that on a guitar.
I can. So many great songs, says Kevin. Absolutely. Hello, Amy. John says, this song, background music from when the show starts. It is. You got it. You nailed it. I don't know if anybody else recognized that.
I was wondering if anybody else caught that.
He sure did. Yep, that's the music from when the show starts. Kevin says, hello, Fab Daddy. And what it is says, Jake's chat's about to jump. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. A lot of good music from them. That was a Bob Seger song I just did. I know you knew that, though. Fab Daddy says, hi, Kevin. Kevin says, Linda Ronstadt, Grace Slick. I don't know who Grace Slick is, but I like Linda Ronstadt. And Elton John, yes. Something about the way you look tonight. I used to could pull that off in my 20s. What it is says Linda Ronstadt had a lot of good songs and covers, and she had a good band, and also got back she was the shit in the 70s, in the late 70s. Yeah, that's right. The reason she had a great band is because her first band was the Eagles. I don't know if you knew that or not. They used to play on the road with her. Amanda says,
Hamburger helper hand, Fab.
Debbie says, Dr. Hook, a little bit more. Cocaine Katie. Kevin says Queen, Freddie Mercury. His mustache was almost as filthy as mine. What it is says Queen's song Innuendo was equivalent to Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. Very true. A very good tune. Yep. Bringing them in the lights and snow. Kevin says Bowie, ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
I don't know why I didn't let my comment go through.
Just say it. You have a microphone.
Yeah, but I'm being censored bad. Fat Bottom Girls was my favorite.
Fat Bottom Girls. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
She made a big man out of me.
Make that rockin' world go round, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we gonna let it all hang out. Fat Bottom Girls, you make the rocket world go round. Get on your bikes and ride. I swear I'm not adopted. What? Did he say that? He said that. It's in there. Listen very closely. John says, it made me laugh when Rod wore the cheetah pants. Yeah, he was serious about it, though.
Yeah, right?
What it is says, I like the live performance of Turn the Page. I'd like to get to hear it. The singer wasn't bad. Haha. What are you talking about? Yeah. Thank you. I'd like to get to her in it. Huh? I'd like to get to her in it. The singer wasn't bad. Haha. What are you saying? Turn the Page is about being on the road. It's not about a girl. I think there's a girl in it, but what do you say? But thank you. Grace Slick, Jefferson Airplane. Oh, Jefferson Starship. Kevin says. Pat Benatar, Hell is for Children. Right on, Kevin. John says, I like the Who as well. Right. Fab Daddy says, I like chopping broccoli. Of course, you mean Chopin. That is Chopin. April Rain's here. She says, hey, everybody, good to see you. Hey, April. We're talking music. Kevin says, Jake would do a good ground control with the current voice if he could hold out for the full song, right? Well, I could talk. Yeah, I could do ground control to Major Tom. Debbie says, the Trailer Park Choir. She's rocking the beer gut, all right? Fab Daddy says, hi, April. Kevin says, hello, April. Linda says, April, hamburger brand. Amanda?
April, hamburger upper hand.
April says, hi, Fab Daddy, Kevin, Debbie, Linda, Amanda, and Jake. Hugs. Hugs back at you. John says, Freddie was classically trained and came from Lithuania. He did that. Had no desire to see a dentist, though. He had 2 rows of teeth. It's kind of freaky. I'm driving right now. I'm almost home, says April. And Kevin says, Linda, thank you. All right. Since I've already got a copyright claim, let me do one more. Here you go. This is for the ladies. about that? There's a good one. All right. Let's see where we at here. April says, love them, Jake. Thank you, dear. Kevin says, thank you, Linda. And Amber says, be safe, eyes. Fab Daddy says, commencing countdown. Engines on. I'm a rocket man. Kevin says, I'm a pushover for women that can sing. I melt like butter. Well, I hope I'm doing something for you, buddy. I don't have the equipment, but you know. April says, yes, ma'am, Amber. Thumbs up and hearts. And I love listening to Jake sing. Woohoo. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that very much. Me too. I haven't listened to these in a very long time. Kind of enjoying it myself. And also kind of melancholy because I can't do that anymore. April says, I'm a singer too. Yes, you are. A great one. She's got that Patsy Cline voice. Fab Daddy says, no. No? I don't think that's how that goes. I think it's, oh, no, 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 no. Debbie says, darn, Kevin, so close. I can't sing. How about you, Linda? You might not be able to sing, but you can hire it done. Amber says, LOL, Fab. The word is the word. April says, LOL. And Kevin says, Carlos Santana, give us your heart, make it real, or it's a third about it. That's a good song. Smooth.
Woohoo, Nugget.
Debbie says, phew, I was close before, but that song took me over the edge. Now I'm done for.
You better clean up your mess, Debbie.
Wow. Hey, Nugget, welcome back. He says, thanks, everyone, for being back at the fold. Glad to have you back, buddy. Nice to see you. Fab Daddy says, this song reminds me of a stinky cat. Well, screw you too, buddy. Damn.
Reminds me of Stinky Cat.
Oh. What's Stinky Cat?
I think it was a cartoon.
I like it, whatever it is. I'm just messing with you. Hey, everybody, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chat. And, you know, I'm getting copyright claims here. Amber says, my voice sounds like I can sing. Pinky promise I can't. However, voice, yes. Hey, you could do voiceover work. I got to know what Stinky Cat is. My voice sounds like I can't sing, and I can't anymore. I can hardly keep my breath. Hell, I can barely talk. What it is says, I meant to say, I like the guitar part in that song. Jake, turn the page. And the singer wasn't bad either. Ha ha ha. The band did great. The band did a great job, and I did notice the intro to the Untethered Live, and that as well. Nice. And thank you. And that is a good guitar part in that song. We reworked that song on purpose. We elongated it. If the original's kind of spiffy, you know, boom, do da boom, do da boom, do da boom, like that. And we did it in 4 long beats. Boom, 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 and made it theatrical. So one of the things you can't see is what we're doing on stage. We turned that into a big like headbanger thing in the middle, and lots of lights and strobe light and all that. It's very, very intense atmosphere, that song is. And we used it to that effect in many shows, and it turned out to be a crowd favorite. So I appreciate that you recognize that what was going on in there. There's some good stuff in that song. Because traditionally it's a saxophone part. There isn't even a guitar in the song. So we kind of turned it into a rock anthem, kind of. Stray Cat Strut. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Brian Setzer is a great guitar player from Stray Cats. Amber Brown says, smiley, smiley, smiley. And thank you, John, for the membership renewal. Appreciate that very much. Fab Daddy says, I truly feel it. Yoko Ono can create an album. Anyone can. Yeah, try it. It's not that easy. Kevin says, Yoko Ono sings like a cat in a blender with its tail stuck in a car door, right? Sounds like a cat in a blender to me. I can't even do that sound. Linda says, only in the shower or while I'm driving. Alone, Debbie. John renews his membership and says, thanks for being back in the fold, everybody. Appreciate that. Amber says, yay, Nuggy, hearts and suns. April says, they sound fantastic. Woohoo, John Love. Amanda.
Hoo-hoo, Nugget. Thanks. Welcome back.
Yeah. April says, ha. John says, hi, April. I missed you. So good to see you. Fab Daddy says, Stinky Cat is a song from the Friends cast. The blonde sang it. Oh. I got you. Kitty cat sitting in the parking lot. Sun come up and the parking lot got hot. Hot pussy. Just a friendly little cat. Ooh, hot pussy. You ever heard that song? Kitty cat sitting on the old rooftop. It starts raining and the kitty got mop wet pussy. Just a friendly little cat. Ooh, hot, wet pussy. Kitty cat. It's a kitty cat song. April Rain renews her membership and says, woohoo, I love it. Thank you, April. I appreciate that. Amber says, Stinky Cat reminds me of Smelly Cat from Phoebe on Friends. That's what he's talking about. Debbie says, Smelly Cat. What are they feeding you? Fish from Iceland. See what I did there? Fab Daddy says, Smelly Cat, Stinky Cat, same thing. Amber says, Smiley. And Kevin says, who sang Stray Cat Strut? I don't know. Probably Stray Cats. I'm not sure. Amber says, Jinx, Fab Daddy, you owe me a Coke. Linda says, that's what I thought, Amber. What it is says, Gloria. Every night, every day, Gloria. Gloria in excelsis Deo. What? I just had a flashback from chorus in high school. John says, I can't sing sounds like two cats scrapping in an alleyway, right? I sound like an old man that smoked too long. April says, LOL. Amanda says,
Ooh, April.
All right. Kevin says, watching all the stray cats sitting on a fence. Ain't got enough dough to pay the rent. I'm flat broke, but I don't care. Strut right by with my tail in the air. Amen. For the life of me, I can't think of the band. I don't know. It sounds like Stray Cats.
It's not a band. It's Phoebe and played by Lisa Kudrow.
I think he's talking about something else.
No, I'm looking right now.
Oh, okay.
The only one that done it was Phoebe on the Friends show, and it's played by Lisa Kudrow.
Well, there you go. April says, I missed you too, John. Oh, John hits me with a £5 super chat, and he says, fantastic night. We should do music night once a week. Well, the problem with that, John, is I don't make any money when I do music because I get copyright claimed, and the video doesn't make any money at all. So I'm basically just working for free. So it's hard to do music night. I'd love to do it every night. I started out doing it every night, but it got very broke very quickly. So, I gotta eat. So, $ Jake Johnson Band on Cash App. PayPal.me/JakeJohnsonBand.
But Nugget, there is a bunch of videos you can go back before he got monetized, like 2 years 2 years back, go back to like 20, started like 22 and go back.
Go all the way to the beginning. I was doing sets with a band.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of songs. There's bands on there. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there.
Well,
and you have access to all of it.
It's guys that played music with me. They weren't my band. I didn't have my whole band up there.
Well, there was just you singing on the podcast and stuff too.
Yeah. We were just jamming, you know. But it's all good. I think you'll like it. And you're welcome to watch any of it. It's all out there. It's not monetizable. And you know how it is.
April, you already missed that conversation.
What's that?
Jim Carrey being cloned.
Oh, April says, yeah, LOL. Linda says, well, Debbie, I guess we're both striking out with Kevin. Not only do we have to lose 600 pounds, we can't sing either. Wow. Where did that come from? Debbie says, I know, Linda, we might as well eat some cookies. Hey, I like cookies. Eating cookies. Hey.
I got some pie for you, too.
Cookie pie. Furry. Wait, what? April says, hi, what it is. Good to see you. LOL, me too, Jake. Linda says, right, Debbie? Amber says, I always wanted to try voiceovers. I never figured out how. Go to Fiverr.com. That's FIVR.com. 5R.com. Go check it out. And you can get into voice work. You need a good microphone and some software to record yourself and a quiet place to work. And you can do it. And if you are serious about it, I'll talk you through it when you get set up. Fab Daddy says, I've heard it. Jake, if you get the chance and you're in a silly mood, watch the movie Fack 'em All. I've seen it. It's a good movie. Yes, sir. I like Fack 'em All. Thank you. That's weird. I didn't know I was that. You'll have to look at that. That's weird.
Do I need to come look at it now or?
No, I'll show it to you afterwards.
Okay.
Strange things afoot on my phone.
Tell your girlfriend to go away.
Yeah. April says, John, woohoo. And what are your thoughts about the rumors about Jim Carrey getting cloned? I think that Jim Carrey didn't want to go to France, so he sent a body double. That's what I think. April says, Kevin says, always good, reminiscing really great music. Thank you very much. And it is great to look back on the old days and remember all the fun we had in all those seedy bars in the middle of the night. They don't make them like that anymore. April says, ugh. Ugh? What are you ugging about? Fab Daddy says, I've heard the Hot Wet Pussy song. And John says, we'll watch the Fack 'em All. That's a great movie.
I think he's talking about your music videos.
I mean, it's a good movie, not a great one. It's good. It's funny. April says, I love pie. I've become a great pie baker and getting better at it. Right on. I was talking about something else.
We were not talking about pie, April.
But yes, pie's good too. Stray Cats sung Stray Cat Strut. Maybe. It sounds like a Stray Cats song. Simon Garfunkel. Garfunkel? Simon and Garfunkel? Yeah. Yeah, I like them. Garfunkel. Simon Garfunkel. Yep, I like it. April says, yeah, same. I agree, Jake. What do you agree to? What are we talking about? Context. I don't know what you're talking about. Kevin says, Aerosmith. Yeah, I do some Aerosmith too. Did some Aerosmith.
I'll say
too.
you can't even get nowhere close to Aerosmith right now.
No, but I used to.
Yeah.
I can still play the hell out of it though.
Yeah, he would blow a throat for real tried to do Aerosmith,
Yeah.
especially right now.
April says, LOL, Fab. Yeah, I used to do that song. I'm trying to think of some of the ones I did.
I don't want to miss a thing.
I don't want to miss a thing. I did that song, and I did talk about something you sure understand.
Kiss You When I'm Crying, or what's that one song?
I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I did a few Aerosmith songs. Debbie's Love Shack, says Kevin. Debbie is a Love Shack.
B-52s.
Yeah. Let's get together. April says, LOL, duh. Fab Daddy says, let's talk about pie. Baby, let's talk about you and me. April says, about Jim Carrey. Oh, I see. Is a little old place where we can get together. That's right.
It's a great
April
song.
says, LOL, the Fab.
And what's that song that Wilson Phillips does?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Debbie. You're in the B-52s. I know you know about Wilson Phillips.
Whoa, yeah. Hey. All right, then. There's a little Eagles music for you. None of these are my songs, by the way. They all belong to the people who recorded them and made them famous, and all the money goes to them, so enjoy. Rock lobster, rock lobster, rock lobster. Right on. Release me, hold on. Right on. April says, Debbie says, hold on for just one more day, says Debbie. Amanda says, Wilson Phillips, hold on. Debbie says, I do, Amanda. Led Zeppelin drummer, fantastic, says John. With one arm, too. April says, great song. Thank you. Kevin says, Pearl Jam Black.
Pearl Jam, Jeremy, and Alive.
Yeah. All that good. Yellow Lead Better. The song with no words. Oh, my hair, it on it, oh, ha. It's on it, I got a very shame hand on my hair.
Let's Take Me Higher.
Whatever it is. Says they're all the same thing. I think I nailed it. What do you think? Yeah, oh. In a home in the shade, home in the shade, I wanna have. All you gotta do is mean it. You don't have to say anything. Nice, Jake Wowie. Thank you, April. Debbie says, I can't stand. I'ma lay down. Yeah, baby. Fab Daddy says, the Cult, Firewoman. Nice. Janis Joplin, says John, and Tom Jones, duet. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Love some Creed, Fab. Jake don't like him. I love me some Creed. 6 Feet from the Edge, yes.
April says, good night, Debbie. Oh, no. No, she's up.
Oh, yeah, no, Debbie ain't going nowhere.
Debbie says, the Eagles, I'm done. Take me. Later. April says, bravo, Jake. Thank you, dear. I hope you guys are enjoying. Linda says, quick, Kevin, catch Debbie. She's swooning. Fab Daddy says, copyright what? I know, right? I know. But it's worth it sometimes. I ain't done this in a year or so. It's time to let people enjoy some music. I'll take the hit. Debbie says, take me now, damn it. Bam, 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 bam.
Somebody give Debbie a towel and a bucket, quick.
Or a tablet, some Pepto-Bismol.
Bam, bam, bam.
Amanda says, yeah, you said that. April says, sounds awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kevin says, LOL, Debbie. Fab Daddy says Eagles can copy wipe my derriere. Yeah, they're gonna wipe mine. Homeboy don't like that at all. One note of Hotel California and I'm off the air. It's just that hard. He don't like it. Don Henley. They have a whole team of lawyers that just look for people like me. I don't know why, because it makes them more famous. Clearly, I'm not trying to claim the song or make any money on it. April says, damn, Jake, I love it. Thank you. Jaylee. Jaylee. Jake. April says, fab. Fab Daddy says, caw, squawk the bird. Caw. April says, woohoo, right on. Right on. Elvis Costello watching the detectives. I like Elvis Costello. He's a little weird, a little nerdy, but I like him. I like Blues Traveler, too. Only man in the world can make harmonica sound like a guitar. April says, LOL. Fab Daddy says, Creed. Yeah. April says, you nailed it, Jake. LOL. Thank you, dear. Fab Daddy says, that sounded like Alanis Morissette. Did it, really? I don't know how, but I'll take it. Isn't that ironic? I am a bitch and a lover. Anyway, I think it's a different girl. Whatever. April says, me too, Amanda. And ha ha ha, y'all are funny. Kevin says, Evanescence. There's something to be said for Evanescence. Amy says, I'm watching on my work tablet because my phone is dead. It's horrible. Did we have a funeral?
I'll say, do we need to have a funeral for
or
it?
a wake, at
Viewing?
least? A viewing? I'm glad you got backup money. April says, I don't get it either. Jeez, this is YouTube. That's just the way they work. Debbie's back smoking a cigarette by now, says Kevin. I'm going to have one with you.
LOL, if she didn't get them all wet, Kevin.
Or are you keeping those cigarettes? You know Monica? Kevin says, Amanda, Debbie's lighter got wet.
Well, I mean, she's got tickle bitty, so everything goes in a bra.
In the white room with black curtains in the basement. What? Why do you have curtains in the basement? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, Cream is a good band. Matter of fact, here you go. This is a thing I did on a little DAT recorder in somebody's back room just for funsies. Little Cream to get you going.
Why go and tell to the crossroads? Gonna get down on my knees. I go and tell to the crossroads. Gonna get down on my knees. I beg that judge for the mercy. Take me there if I please. I go and tell to the crossroads. Try to make myself right. I'm going down to the crossroads, trying to make myself right. Nobody seen me from hell. Everybody just pass me on by. Pass me on by. I'm going down to Rosedale, take a rider by my side. I'm going down to Rosedale, take a rider by my side. We can build build your house, baby, on the riverside. Run, kid, run, kid, run. Tell all your friends in town. Run, kid, run, run. Tell all your friends in town that I am standing at the crossroads, and I think I'm going down.
Yeah, that song didn't make the cut, though. It was a little gravelly, a little guttural. I didn't like it. And then I rearranged it, and my new version of it is way better. So that never got on the album or anything like that. So we just put that in the back room. But I thought I'd share it with you. It was just a ADAT recording. It sounded good, but it was a little bit weird. And the guitar player that we had playing was kind of not so great. So just, that ain't one of my favorite ones. But you get to hear it anyway. What do you think about that one? Amber says, I'm hitting the bowl. You got to go that bad, huh? Right in the middle of the show? You going to use toilet paper or wipes?
Hopefully she uses a lighter.
Light a match. Amy says, special blend. Maybe. John says, did you think much of Paul McCartney? I can appreciate what the Beatles brought to the table. I didn't care for the Wings band. It's not my thing. But I'm not a Beatles fan, but I appreciate what they did for music. They revolutionized young music, and they brought real thoughtfulness to arrangements. I mean, their arrangements are real top notch. So I can appreciate that, even though I don't care for the music that much. And he's a good bass player, so. April says, puff, puff, pass. Kevin says, Amber, don't eat all the pizza. Pizza. Much typo, says John. Yeah, I got it. I knew what you were saying. Debbie says, I got your cream. I bet. Well, I'm glad to know that it does that for you. I just like making music. But if it has that effect, so much the better. April says, woohoo. Fab Daddy says, puff, 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 pass. That's the way to do it. April says, thanks, Fab Daddy, woohoo. Kevin says, new Riders of the Purple Sage. I did listen to that song. April says, Jake, damn, that sounds amazing. I love it. Get down, come on. Thank you. Kevin says, Jake, have you ever been hit with panties or a bra on stage? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a regular occurrence. I've been hit with titties on stage. Lots of them.
I was going to say, he had Hollywood try to smother him one night on stage with her tickle bitties.
Oh, yeah, that too. I believe I've told that story. It was the end of the night. Lights went down, last part of the show, pitch black. And I fall down and lay back across my monitor trying to catch my breath because I'm sweating, pouring, can't breathe. So I'm just laying there in the dark. And then all of a sudden, the world goes black. And this big old fat girl named Hollywood bends over my head. I'm leaning back on a floor monitor. And she leans over my head and starts biting me on the stomach with her big old belly right in my face. And all you can see is my hands trying to get her off of me. The guys are laughing at me. They won't even help. And she's like drawing blood, biting me. She had like a bite fetish or something, or meth teeth or something. I had tooth marks on my chest. And I thought I was going to die, for real. But I guess she got what she wanted.
Jake got him some Hollywood.
But I've been around lots of nakedity on stage.
He's been naked on stage.
I've been naked on stage. Yeah, I did a show once and nothing but a sheet wrapped around me. I've dropped my britches on stage before. I've been shirtless most of my career. Yeah, it's just an everyday thing, but fun, very fun. Fab Daddy says, Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Space may be the final frontier, but it's filmed in a Hollywood basement. Dream of Californication. April says, Debbie, ha-ha. Amanda says, many times, Kevin. Well, you say that.
Many times, Kevin, many times.
Debbie says, roll me over in clover and do it again. Crimson and clover. Over and over. That's about a girl getting banged when she's on her period, I think.
My computer's shutting off again.
Oh, dang it. Are you guys having fun? It's 10:49. Let me know. I'll keep on working if you're having fun. Kevin says, yes on the chili peppers. Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
Yes.
I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. What I got, you got to give it to your mama. What I got, you got to give it to your papa. Yeah. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Amy says, Orion by Metallica. I like Metallica. I do Enter Sandman. Did Enter Sandman. Yeah, a couple of occasional, whatever. I like some Metallica. April says, I don't know why, woohoo. That was awesome. Well, thank you. I know why.
Because it was awesome.
Because it was fabulous. Where's Aaron been at the last couple of days? Hadn't seen him in a while.
Amy keeping him up all night.
Kevin says, yes on Metallica. Fab Daddy says, I prefer Jane's Addiction over Chili Peppers. I can see that. April says, sounded awesome. Thank you. Under the bridge, says Kevin. April says, Lamau. Fab Daddy says, but Violent Films makes Jake's chat jump.
Violent Femmes has a wonderful album, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is. I don't have a timestamp. My computer went down.
When I struck my stuff, let it all hang out. I is a guy, but I just might get it all out tonight. Let me go out like a blister in the sun. Let me go out, 'cause you know that I'm the one. It's a song about masturbation. You know what's worse than that? Burger King used that song on one of their commercials. You know what's worse than that? I don't want to buy a hamburger from a song about masturbating. Where's that hamburger been? And did you wear gloves? Did you wash the gloves before you touched my hamburger? But I like Violent Films, yeah. Kevin says, Amy Lee and Sither, Broken. Nice. Amber says, pizza spikes my glucose. I usually don't eat it. Debbie Downer. Amanda?
Scar tissue.
Kevin says, yes on scar tissue. April says, LOL, yes, Jake has. LOL. I'm assuming that's the naked stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Yeah. It comes with the territory. It's part of the job description. April says, smiley, smiley. What a way to go, says Kevin. Yes, what a way to go. Hollywood. I'm fighting for my life and nothing's sticking out but the tips of my fingers and my toes.
Funny.
It was scary. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was, getting attacked by an elephant or something.
You liked it.
Kind of. Except for the biting. That hurt.
Yeah, okay.
Debbie says, is Hollywood. If anybody does not know that.
You identifying as Hollywood, Debbie?
Just don't bite me again. I'll let you roll all over me. Just don't bite me.
Nibble.
She had like meth tooth. And one eye that went that way. And a twin sister and her eye went that way. Like an I'm with stupid shirt, but with eyes. Scary. One time I had 26 naked people on stage with me. That was the most at one time. That was at a biker show. Biker party. John says, Boomtown, Rats with Bob, Geldof. I don't know what any of those words mean together. April says, oh, OMG, LOL, ℂ𝕚𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. That is hilarious. Fab Daddy says, I don't like Mondays. Great song, John. I don't like Mondays. Debbie says, rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Oh, it's going to be a rainy day tomorrow. Hang on. Oh, man. Black Sabbath, War Pig, says Kevin. I do that. Oh, yeah. Fab Daddy says, are you having fun? It's only 750 here.
Only 750.
It's only 10:54 here.
Yeah, he's 4 hours behind us.
Oh, Kevin says, epic. What is it? LOL. Oh, what it is. Epic what it is. Right on. Amy says, Aaron works early hours. Okay. Fab Daddy says, my hamburger had a blister on the bun. Gross. Kevin says, special sauce, lettuce and cheese. Dick cheese.
Debbie's got your special sauce.
Too funny, says April. Hilarious. Ha ha, Amanda. Kevin says, Faith No More, epic. I like Faith No More. I like Alice in Chains.
Yeah, Alice Cooper.
Oh, yeah. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Kevin says, sorry. Sorry for what? Don't be sorry. Be happy. What are we sorry for, Kev? April says, y'all are making me cry. I'm laughing so hard. Damn. Calm down, you little lady. You just calm your little ass down. Kevin says, I like Faith No More by Epic. Cool. Pink Floyd, Dogs of War. Yeah, I like Pink Floyd. I like, I do Comfortably Numb and, what's that? You know the song?
No, since damn it.
I wish you were here.
Wish you were here. I'm singing it in my head and I
Yeah.
couldn't think of it.
I do those songs. Amber says, hugs, good night, y'all. Meds time, Amber. I love you, dear. Thank you for being here. Have a great night. April says, what it is. Thumbs up. Amber says, hearts and smiley faces.
Good night, Amber.
Good night, Amber. Debbie says, I like Kevin in Chains. Not Alice in Chains. Kevin in Chains. I like it too. Crazy Train. All aboard. I can do that. Don't sound good on an acoustic guitar, but I can do it. April says, especially Amanda's remarks. She's funny. That's why I have her co-hosting.
It's okay. I had Jake cracking up today. I got him good. We were talking about being old and things that happen to you when you get old. And I introduced him to something on him that is old, and he didn't realize it till I showed it to him. He's like, oh, yeah, well, you may be right.
Don't be talking about my saggy ass.
I got him, though. He wanted to talk shit. I got him back.
I still got a nice ass. I just can't let it all be shown.
I didn't say all that.
Kevin says, Kevin likes it too, but don't tell anyone. Right? Debbie says, I got your 2 all beef boobies. You bring the special sauce.
Two
Right,
patty
right, right,
special
right.
sauce.
John says, Anthrax is a good band. Yeah. Ain't that the one Dave Mustaine went to? No, that's Megadeth. Never mind. Megadeth is a better band. Fab Daddy says Pink Floyd, just dogs, but sheep is better. From the album Animals. Nice. I like Pink Floyd. Another brick on the wall. April says, Amber, sweetie, good night, lovely. Smiley face. 9 Inch Nails, Hurt by Johnny Cash. I like Johnny's version better. Yeah, so did they. That's why they quit doing it and let him have it. They were like, dang. So we were trying to make a melancholy song, but he just brought the house down with it. And all by himself. That is a very powerful song. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain. It's the only thing that's real. Good stuff, man. April says, great songs. Kevin says, so you think you can tell heaven from hell,
Right.
blue skies and pain. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yo, what's the other one? There's 2 of them. December.
Comfortably numb.
Comfortably numb in December.
Well, you keep saying December, but that's not the name of the
That
song.
is the total. Oh my gosh, that is the name of the song. I promise you, it is. Okay, hold on, y'all. Help me out here.
But yes, I do it. I like Floyd time, says John. April says, yes, haha. Navy 420 says, ding dang do. Hello, Navy. Welcome to the show. Hit that subscribe button and like. And what kind of music are you into? Navia says, howdy. Howdy.
Okay, I'm gonna put the chorus in the chat, y'all. Y'all tell me the name of this song. It's by Collective Soul. Okay, I just put the chorus in the chat. Tell me the name of that song. Who knows the name of that song?
Don't think about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Don't worry about. Don't speak about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out.
What's the name of that song, y'all?
That's Collective Soul, Fab Daddy.
Yeah, it's Collective Soul, not Pink Floyd.
And it's called Spit Me Out.
It's called December.
Have a cigar, says Kevin. Right. I have one right there. I will smoke it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
If you type in December song lyrics, that's the song that comes up. I promise you.
Okay. Well, I ain't never heard it called that, but whatever. I learned it in a bar, so I can't be the judge of that.
And there's another one you do. What's the one that's talking about a star?
10,000 songs.
No. It's one that you've done quite often.
Yeah. John says, I have the DVD of Pink Floyd Pulse. Nice. Shine on, you crazy diamond.
Shine
like a diamond.
No. That's it.
Shine. Like a shine.
Shine. That's the name of the song.
Is that one that goes?
Yes, that Shine.
Oh, let me let it shine. Yeah, I do that one too.
That's the other one I was trying to think
Why
of.
December, says April? I don't know.
That's the name of the song. December.
Collective Soul. Why drink the water from my hand? Contagious as you think I am, just tilt my son towards your domain. Your cup runneth over again. Amen. It is December, says Linda. It must be, because she keeps saying that. I've never heard that before. But again, I learned it in a bar from another band, so I don't know. Much like I've learned many songs. November Rain,
Yes.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
Yes.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. I don't need your civil war. Debbie says, yep, Googled it. It is December. Who knew? I didn't even think I knew that song, right? I've been singing it for years. I had no idea it was. I don't even think that word's in the song.
It's not. Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's hold on.
Dark Side of the Moon, says John. Right. All right, I'm gonna give y'all one more, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Let's see. Let's do something from my roots. Here you go. Here's a me song. Just for my friends.
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger came up beside me in an antique Cadillac.
Oh, yeah.
He was dressed like 1950. Well, he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. Well, if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride.
Alrighty then, that's one last one. Little Jake Johnson Band style David Allen Coe, who I had the pleasure of being on the road with for a little while back in the earlier 2000s. And them and Confederate Railroad, we did some stuff together. And good fond memories. I hope you guys enjoyed that song. It's one of my favorite ones. Let's see here. John says Dark Side of the Moon. Navia says learned it in a bar, smiley face. Yeah, I've learned a lot of songs by way of listening to other people play them. I've never actually heard the originals sometimes in some cases. And it gets confusing because I learned versions of songs rather than the song from the record in most cases.
That next thing is for you. That's part of the lyrics to the song.
In that song?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
I've never heard it. December, I promise you gave unto me. December whispers of treachery. December clouds are now covering me. December songs no longer I sing. December promises you gave unto me. December whispers of treachery. December. I don't think that's in the song. And if it is, I've never heard that part.
It might be the extended version or the album version.
Might be.
But that is totally the lyrics to the song.
I mean, all I know is, if I can remember it. Something like no. How's it go? That's all I remember.
Gotta let your light shine.
Yeah. whatever. It's
It's a good song anyway.
weird.
It's a good song.
Like All Along the Watchtower. That's one I do that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Nice, says Nevia. Thank you for joining us, Nevia. Hope you hit that subscribe button and come back and see us next time, which will be Friday. Amanda?
That's part of it.
Clouds are now covering me. December songs, no longer I sing. I swear I've never heard that. Fab Daddy says, several species of small furry animals gathered together in a cave and growing with a pick. All right. What? And Navia says, good song. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fab Daddy says, 2 and 5, everybody. Thanks, Jake. Very entertaining tonight, my friend. Thank you, Fab Daddy. I appreciate you, brother. Have a good night. God bless. And I'm glad you had fun. Navia says, liked and subbed. Yeah, thank you. Amy says, woohoo, sing it, Jake. Thank you, dear. Wavy hands.
Night, Fab.
Kevin says, Mississippi Queen.
Jake does that one.
Mississippi Queen.
Used
you know
to anyway.
what I mean.
Thanks, Navy.
I think you're thinking of a different song. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Queen of Memphis.
Yeah, that was
The Mississippi Queen's a different song.
yeah, that's by Bad Company.
Maybe.
My Mississippi Queen.
Yep. Amanda?
Night, April.
No.
Thanks, Navy.
There you go. April says, love you all. Sweet dreams and loving hugs. God bless. April, thank you for being here, honey. I love you. John says, good night, all you wonderful people. Sleep well, John. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for coming back. We love you. Linda says, good night, Fab. Kevin says, bad company, Mississippi Queen. That's it. I do, what is that? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Yeah, shooting star. And also, highway song. Love that crescendo, says Navia. Thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciate that because I put that in there just so that you would love it. Judy says, bye, y'all. Hey, Judy, I didn't even know you were here.
Bye, Judy. Bye, Judy. She must have been lurking and listening.
Lurker.
No, she's too much into music. She'd have got into that conversation.
Linda says, good night, all. Linda, sweet. Thank you for being here, love.
Good night, Linda.
God bless and sweet dreams. Kevin says, hello and goodbye, Judy. Judy says, hey, bye, Kevin. Amanda says,
Hamburger helper hands, Judy.
Kevin says, good night, Linda. And Judy says, hey, goodbye, Amanda. Debbie says, phew, I ain't got nothing left. Damn.
We're out.
God bless you. Judy says, hey, Jake. Hi, Judy. How are you? Nice to see you. Kevin says, time to tie Debbie down. I think the time was an hour ago. Judy says, LOL. Navia says, Shine is a good song. That's it, Shine.
Shine, that's called December.
I thought it was called Shine.
No, it's called December.
Kevin says, Debbie, just when you think you got no more. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Bam, 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 bam.
Only 11%.
Say what?
It's only 11% P.
Wow. Amanda says,
My chat.
Shine is actually called December. So you keep saying, I swear I've never heard that. Debbie says, wake me when you're done, Kevin.
Give her a towel and
Damn.
a bucket and some ice. Calm her down a little bit, Kevin.
And Navia says, I know I'm being a nerd. No, you're not. As
Well-
long as you're enjoying yourself.
We're all nerds here. Welcome.
Right on. Kevin says, Debbie, no worries. I'll roll you over and
Over to
to the dry side of the bed.
Yeah. That's when you know you've had a good time.
You're such a gentleman, Kev, says Debbie. Nevia says, I knew it just for me. Yep, just for you. Chicago Wednesday, says Judy. Right on. I like Chicago. Yes to Chicago, says Kevin.
Chicago.
Chicago. Chicago.
Chicago.
Montego. Come on, baby. Why don't we go down to Jamaica?
Debbie can't handle no more.
Cloaca. Want to lay a egg?
Damn.
Anyway.
Debbie,
all right, everybody.
Debbie already said she was out of cream.
Like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chat if you can. That's Cash App, $ Jake Johnson Band, or PayPal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. Thank you for listening to my music. I love you. I'm going to bed now. Have a great night. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming out. I'll see you Friday.
Good night, y'all.
I got to get up early in the morning and work on a motorcycle so I can go get some money from my boss man. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. David says, use both hands and type Kevin.
Use both hands when you're typing, Kevin.
Here we go. I'll try. Kevin. I did it. Navia, thank you for coming. It's nice to meet you. I hope to see you again real soon. She says Kokomo, though. Is it a she or a he? I don't know. And bye.
Nighters, I'll see you Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Untethered Live for Chillstream.
That's right. Debbie says, good night, all y'all. Debbie, God bless you, sweet lady. Kevin, God bless you, my friend. Y'all have a great night and, do nasty things to each other. But stay safe and be nice. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. See you mañana.